What's going on? It's Derek, and it's time to learn another song out of the real book. I gotta say, I've done a few of these now, and it is always still so intimidating to do this video. Like, I always make it through, and I always make it through in a semi-reasonable amount of time. But man, just seeing this is just like daunting still. But only one way to get over that, that's to do it, right? All we can do is pick one now. So we're going to go in blind. We're going to pick one at random. We're not going to listen to it beforehand. We're going to read the chords. We're going to read the melody. And we're going to put something together. You get to hear my interpretation of whatever's on the paper. And then I'm going to talk about it. So here we go. All right, it's going to be El Gaucho. This is marked as Latin. And it is by Wayne Shorter, which, if I remember correctly, he did ESP. Now, what do I remember about that one? The rhythm was a little bit tough to follow, a lot of ties. I don't see that so much here. A little bit, but not quite as bad as the other one. The chord progression never felt quite right. It wasn't bad, but it was definitely like very chromatic feeling. So we'll see if we have that. I don't really see that here either. This might be a little bit easier one. This might be a softball from old Wayne Shorter, but we'll see. So we are in C. We've got a few accidentals. We're in 4/4. This is Latin. Kind of know what Latin music sounds like, but this might be a learning experience. I see a few accidentals, and I see a first inning and a second inning, and that's it. So we're not doing AAVA, I don't think. We're just looking at probably like a two-time through situation. So here we go. Here's the chords. El Gaucho. Okay, I've got an E7 sharp 5 here. I think that's right, but it sure sounds ugly. Okay. In ESP we have this we had a minor 7 sharp 5, which came together like this, and it kind of functioned as the first inversion. I think it was of a C, actually. It was the same. It was E minor 7 sharp 5, and it functioned as like a first inversion of a C major 9. But this E is dominant 7, so I don't know. Just a bunch of E7. Okay. It is marked as being in C. And there is some stuff that follows that. I mean, we start on an F major 7, that's the 4. But the progression feels like it goes nowhere. Once again, very reminiscent to ESP. Makes sense. Well done, Wayne Shorter. We'll hit that a few more times. Okay, well, I'd say I have that about as nailed down as I can. It's not too tough of a chord progression, but I'm not going to have it memorized for some time. Fortunately, that's not the point. We're reading the music. Let's move on to the melody. So we are in C, and the first couple of notes are G. Okay, first accidental, we've got a, that's our F, yeah, F, A flat, okay. And then it just holds that out for a long time. I'm sure it's going a lot quicker, I'm sure it's not that long of a time, but it's like a 3.5 measure tie, four measure tie, just split amongst 5 measures. And then the second ending is the same thing with no lead in. So it's the same thing, but it is a 4.5 measure tie. we might do something there. I don't know. I'm sure it's more of a lead-in to soloing, but we made it through. We made it through our first try, and the melody's not too tough. There's a little bit of accidentals, but it's not too tough. Now with ESP, I was unable to connect the melody with the chords until it was recorded, and that may end up being the case here. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna hit these a few more times, and we'll see how it comes together. Like, it's complexity-wise, it's not too bad. Like, I made it through a reasonable amount of time. I'm able to follow the melody and sight read it, moderately well to my own standards. But in terms of like picking up the music and how it's actually going, I don't know. We'll see. It's not coming together internally yet. So there you go. El Gaucho, or El Gacho, I don't know. AU, right? By Wayne Shorter, another cool Wayne Shorter song. His style's kind of growing on me. It's pretty cool. This was an interesting one because sight reading it and learning it didn't really take me that long. The raw footage of that was like 18 minutes. It wasn't too complicated of a song, and it's kind of short too. What really got me here was recording it, and in particular, the improvisational section. And this isn't the first time I've gotten a little thrown off by the improvisational section. Like, I once again just kind of found myself like following my heart, I guess. I kind of had to work out a couple of sections where, like, based on the key and or based on the chords and the melody, like, it's probably in this key. I did a little bit of arpeggios, but that one just felt really tricky for some reason. And that is particularly, I don't know, baffling. Not baffling, like, I'm very new to jazz, but uncomfortable at least. Because I'm kind of an improv guitarist. I mean, that's kind of my thing. The whole point of what I do is so that I can improvise, right? I build these loops so that I can improvise over them. That's just what I enjoy. That's what I'm inspired by. That's what I like to listen to. And that is like my style in playing guitar, like at church. I mean, not so flashy, but still definitely like just pulling in what I think needs to be there and just kind of going with the flow type of thing. But it's a style that works for me, right? And so playing these jazz songs, and especially these more recent ones where like the key signature is not as friendly to improvisation, at least the way that I'm familiar with, has been uncomfortable. Now, when I listened to the recording, the general like style and tempo, at least from what I listened to, was not too far off. There were definitely some like rhythmic accents that made more sense to some of the areas that I just kind of made sense to in my own way, a little bit differently. But then in the improvisational section, it just sounded nice and clean, and like the musicians knew what they were doing because they did. Obviously, like I'm so new to this. Jazz is brand new to me, but I have a couple of thoughts on why that might be. I mean, I think there's definitely a degree of just needing to spend some more time with the song. I think there is a level of familiarity that comes with just playing the song a lot and understanding it and just the time that needs to be spent with it. And so you just know where it's going. When you know where a song is going, you know where to go as well. Like, you know what to do. It's like I said, how I like to play, I like to go with the flow. But if I don't know the flow, then what am I supposed to do, right? And so, like, playing this took me a lot of retakes because I was just learning the song in terms of the flow. Like, the chords and the melody were no problem. I had them right in front of me and they're not too complicated. But actually learning the song and knowing it took quite a bit more out of me, which is interesting because that's like not part of this exercise. The point here is to be able to sight read and like memorizing the song and getting to know it in that way is just not as much part of it. But as someone who likes to improvise and who likes to be all over the neck, it definitely felt very uncomfortable. I felt very lost through a lot of it, which is like a really bad feeling. It's interesting though, because it kind of reminded me of Adam Neely's Ethics of Fake Guitar video, where he talks about genre separation based on kind of their code of ethics, right? So like for like rock versus jazz, I'm more traditionally a rock guitarist, I guess. But the ethics of rock guitar is athleticism, is what he talks about, which comes through like repetition and practice and being able to execute whatever it is. I mean, that's why you see like these old rock songs on Instagram Reels. Like you see these people playing these solos exactly as they are, and they sound really great, and that's awesome. That follows that code of ethics. Whereas the ethics of jazz is more of like understanding the songs and understanding the jazz standards, and even understanding like different musicians' styles and licks, but not taking them, and really an emphasis on improvisation, making those your own and that kind of thing. And that really lands with me, which is interesting because, like I said, I'm more of a rock guitarist. I'm not so much of a jazz guitarist. But in terms of that musical ethical code, I felt like I really landed more in the jazz spectrum. So I don't know. This is probably really good for me. It's probably really good for me to sit in this discomfort and to be learning these songs. And I'm sure on top of learning how to sight read quickly, I'm hopefully learning how to like internalize the song quickly. Once I have it in front of me, take it in and be able to absorb like the chord structure and where I need to be going and that kind of thing. It's like I tell my daughter, you got to be bad at something before you can be good at it. And we just got to be bad at this for a little bit. That said, El Gaucho, Wayne Shorter, go check out the recording. It sounds great. And thank you so much for being here. If you made it this far, hit that like button. If you enjoy this type of thing, subscribe. I do these weekly. And let me know if I'm missing anything here, because I'm relatively new to jazz. I don't have like much in the way of formal training or anything. And so like, am I understanding the idea of jazz improvisation correctly? And like, is that just like, is there anything that would be helpful to me, or is it just a matter of like spending time with the songs to understand them and from there going? Or is it like more arpeggio heavy? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Drop a comment, say hey, and I will see you in the next one.